Guys, I'm doing the test again. कुछ बच्चों को कुछ था उसको दूर करने के लिए. I'll try my level best. I don't know what will happen, but definitely the outcome will be totally different than what has been. I don't know. मैं यहाँ तक पढ़ूंगा. Is a popular option तक again. For graduates looking to give something back, volunteering either in UK or overseas is a popular option. For graduates looking to give something back, volunteering either in UK or overseas is a popular option. ये हमने यहाँ से पढ़ा था. An understanding of scientific concepts and the basic scientific vocabulary enables the conservator to understand conservation problems. यहाँ तक पढ़ेंगे इसको. उन्होंने अंदर ना आने दी उन्होंने अंदर ना आने दी कोई टेस्ट कर रहे. बंद कर दो. बंद कर दूँ. An understanding of scientific concepts and a basic scientific vocabulary enables the conservator to understand conservation problems. कोई विजिटर आ गए भाई. So I don't know. ये हमने this makes them कहाँ से था. हाँ, since its inception ये हमने किया था. यहाँ से let's see क्या होता है. Since its inception, the United Nations system has been working to ensure adequate food for all through sustainable agriculture. Since its inception, the United Nations system has been working to ensure adequate food for all through sustainable agriculture. सॉरी, उसमें सस्टेनेबल एग्रीकल्चर 2 वर्ड ज्यादा बोल गए थे. यहाँ तक ही पढ़ेंगे इसमें डिग्री तक. बिजनेस स्टूडेंट्स 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17. Part of the business school admissions offers said the new drive to. नहीं, कल कहाँ से पढ़ा था. भूल गया कल वाला. Talented student who might otherwise have gone to business school instead opted for a law or policy degree. In connection with different subjects, and they won't always mean exactly the same thing. You may encounter 2 words used in a variety of ways. क्लियर पढ़ना होता है. आराम से क्लियरली पढ़ूंगा आपके सामने. In connection with different subjects, and they won't always mean exactly the same thing. हमने यहाँ से पढ़ा था. Okay, last read aloud, I suppose. This project has potential to unlock the key evidence that will allow us to determine answers to these questions. This project has the potential to unlock key evidence that this project has the potential to unlock key evidence that will allow us to determine answer to these questions. I think my speed was
The United States has the largest chocolate manufacturing industry.
The United States has the largest chocolate manufacturing industry.
The bus right out in front will take you to the station.
The bus right in front will take you to the station.
There will be no classes scheduled during exam week.
There will be no classes during exam week.
Just wait a minute, I'll be with you shortly.
Just wait a minute, I will be with you shortly.
There is only one conclusion to this line of thought.
There is only one conclusion to this line of thought.
You should inquire about direct deposit.
You should inquire about direct deposit.
We'll study the following two pictures in the next lecture.
We will study the following two pictures in the next lecture.
Please pass these handouts along to the rest of the people in your row.
Please pass this handout to new people in your row.
The first step was to establish a baseline of known distance.
The first step was to establish the baseline to known distance.
A renowned economist is slated to speak this evening at 8.
A renowned economics is selected to speak this evening at 8.
When demand for the course rose, university authorities took on additional academic staff.
When demand for the course rose, the university authority took an additional admission staff. So I think I spoke a little bit faster. I should have spoken a little bit slower than what I have done. It's all right. Speed was a bit high. That should not be an issue, but yes, you need to maintain a proper speed. The given image represents beautiful image. There must have been a popular debate about the information given in the image, whether it is true or false. However, the information given in the image appears to be true. From the image, it is clear that topic given is not very common, and hence it need a lot of research to calculate the maximum and minimum. Also from this image, we can see the trend is a popular one and the complexities involved in the calculations appear to be superficial. In conclusion, the given image includes a lot of complicated data and analysis with all the sufficient data. The given image represents beautiful image. There must have been a popular debate about the information given in the image, whether it is true or false. However, the information given in the image appears to be true. From the image, it is clear that topic given is not very common and hence it need a lot of research to calculate the maximum and minimum. Also from this image, we can see the trend is a popular one and the complexities involved in the calculations appear to be superficial. In conclusion, the given image includes a lot of complicated data and analysis with all the sufficient data. The given image represents beautiful image. There must have been a popular debate about the information given in the image, whether it is true or false. However, the information given in the image appears to be true. From the image, it is clear that topic given is not very common and hence it needs a lot of research to calculate the maximum and minimum. Also from this image, we can see the trend is a popular one and the complexities involved in the calculation appear to be superficial. In conclusion, the given image includes a lot of complicated data and analysis with all the sufficient data. Now, guys, the retail lecture.
What has happened in Latin America as a result of globalization? Well, they have had now more than a decade of what is called reform. A decade of globalization. And throughout the continent, people are asking questions like, has reform failed us? Has globalization failed us? Because clearly things have not worked out the way they were told they ought to. Just to give you a picture, they were told that reform would lead to faster economic growth. After a decade, what are the numbers? In fact, recent growth is far slower than it was in the 50s, 60s and 70s before reform. That is not a very inspiring success story. Even in the beginning part of the 90s, growth was still below what it was in the 50s, 60s and 70s, but the growth it got in the beginning of the period was not sustainable, and it was not sustained. Throughout the region, poverty, as measured on the $2 a day standard as a percentage of the population, was actually up.
You know, I almost remember everything जो कल बात हुआ था वो ये. So hopefully, क्या होता है, let's see. In this lecture, the speaker explains the major information about the Latin American economic growth. The speaker mentioned that globalization, faster economic growth, before reform success story, relevant growth are relevant. Moreover, the speaker is trying to say that faster economic growth, 15, 60, 70 success story, poverty under $2 are relevant. Considering what has been mentioned before, the lecture is accurate and concise, which can be used as a reference for the future studies. In conclusion, this lecture is well organized and informative. Now, here and there, because you don't remember
So
things.
let me begin with the notion of a dimension. The dimension is simply how many numbers that you need to specify a location. So if we think about the surface of the Earth, the equator is one-dimensional. You need to specify only one number to specify a location on the equator, namely the longitude. The surface of the Earth altogether is, of course, two-dimensional. You need to specify two numbers, the latitude and longitude, to specify a location on the Earth. The space above the Earth is three-dimensional. If I want to tell you the location of a hang glider, I need to give you the latitude, longitude, and altitude. But mathematically, there's no reason to stop at 3 dimensions. A 4-dimensional space is simply a space in which you need to specify 4 numbers to specify a location in that space. A 5-dimensional space would be one in which you need to specify 5 numbers, etc. In fact, I claim you already know an example of a 4-dimensional space. So let's define an event just to be an occurrence that happens in a small region of space at a definite time. In other words, an event is like a snap of your fingers or a clap of your hands. And now the collection of all events, if I want to specify an event, I need to give you 4 numbers. I need to tell you where it happens in space and when it happens in time.
In this lecture, the speaker explained the major information about the Earth of dimension. The speaker mentioned that dimension, location, surface of the Earth, longitude, latitude are important. Moreover, what the speaker is trying to say is that longitude, latitude, clap, finger, motion are very important. Moreover, the speaker said that what he's trying to say is that are relevant. Considering what has been mentioned before, the lecture is accurate and concise, which can be used as a reference for the further study. In conclusion, this lecture was well organized. See, when you don't remember things, this is how things can go wrong.
What building on campus can you borrow books from?
Library.
In which academic field do people study things that happened in the past?
History.
What do you call a person who is receiving care in a hospital?
Patient.
A jar contains 8 black marbles and 2 white marbles. If I select one marble at random, what colour is it most likely to be?
Black.
Agriculture refers to the production of food and goods through what activity?
Farming.
What part of a guitar do you strum with your fingers?
Code wire guitar.
What official document protects the creator's rights to his or her invention?
Copyright. See, कुछ फम्बलिंग हुई है, आपको पता आपके सामने हुई है रिटेल लेक्चर में, क्योंकि नोट्स नहीं लिखे थे. नोट टेकिंग करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है इसके अंदर. सो एनीवेज, हम इसको बाकी सारे को नेक्स्ट कर रहे हैं. नोट टेकिंग रिटेल लेक्चर में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. 4 से 5 वर्ड जो मैंने बताया वो करना. रीडिंग को हम नेक्स्ट कर रहे हैं. हमने कुछ नहीं देखना इसमें से. अभी बच्चों का डाउट है रिपीट सॉरी इसके बारे में, डिस्क्राइब इमेज के बारे में. अगर स्कोर जैसे आएगा आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू एवरीथिंग इन डिटेल, क्या है कैसे क्यों है. आई विल डेफिनेटली एक्सप्लेन यू इन minute detail, don't worry. सो हमारा टेस्ट खत्म हो गया. ठीक है, अभी हम रिजल्ट की वेट करेंगे. जैसे रिजल्ट का आउटकम आएगा सी देखते हैं क्या होता है. अभी जस्ट नाउ किया है. से एग्जाम में कई बार क्या होता है, ये मैंने 4 घंटे पहले टेस्ट दिया था. रिकॉर्डिंग ना होने की वजह से कुछ भी रिकॉर्ड नहीं हो पाया इसके अंदर, इसलिए मैंने दोबारा टेस्ट दिया. कुछ भी रिकॉर्ड नहीं हुआ इसके अंदर, इसलिए हमें माइक्रोफोन बहुत जरूरी देखना होता. देखिए कुछ नहीं है इसके अंदर, इट्स नथिंग, राइट. माइक्रोफोन चेक करना बहुत जरूरी होता है. सम आई डोंट नो व्हाई थिंग्स वेंट द वे दे शुड नॉट हैव बीन, बट इट्स ऑलराइट. ये हमने जस्ट नाउ किया है. इट विल टेक अराउंड 15 मिनट, नॉट मोर देन दैट. दे विल से इट विल टेक 2 आवर, बट 2 आवर इज नॉट नेसेसरी. But yes, it may be less than 15 minutes or so. So by the time आंसर आता है, मैं स्क्रीन शेयर करना बंद कर रहा हूँ और मैं इसको पॉज कर रहा हूँ. जैसे रिजल्ट आएगा I'll get back to you guys. I'll explain you in detail everything. Thank you. Wait for me.